What up, y'all? I just want to help and address something. I think people are sort of stumbling here, right? So when Jesus says, this holding bread is my body, and then he's holding a cup saying, this is my blood, right? One, there's no metaphor in that sentence. He uses the word is. Jesus, being the word himself, chooses his words very accurately. If he wanted to say represent, this is his last meal before he's about to suffer, he would have chosen a word that accurately communicated what he was trying to say. And that's what he did. He says, this bread is my body. It didn't cause a lot of stir in the room because people understood by way of regular vernacular. The disciples, the 12 in a room, they understood what he meant by his statement. There was no questioning as to what he meant. He didn't give any extra commentary. He said what he said. They understood what he said. We understand this type of speech as well. If I say, hey, you want some water? And you say, yeah. And I go and I get you a cup of water, and I come back with a cup of water. And I say, here's your water, bruh. You don't say, wait, that's a cup. Because you know that when I say, here's your water, that although you can't see it, when it's in the cup, it's simply understood as, oh, he's giving me my water, right? But if I wanted to communicate separately that this is a cup, right? I'll show you a cup. Here's a cup. And then I'll maybe run some water in a faucet and say, this is water. This is a cup. This is water. If I want to communicate separately what those two entities are, I would do something like that. But when those two entities are coupled together, a cup with water in it, and I say, here's your water, bro, you understand what I'm saying. Another example, if I say, go get the bag, you know I'm saying, go get the money, right? If I bring you a bag and say, bro, here's the bag, you know, based off regular vernacular, that if it's money in that bag and I say, here's the bag, I'm referring to that being money. Now, if I wanted to say, here's a bag, just having a random bag, regular bag, and I want to say, here's some money, and I'll show you cash, then I'll distinguish those two. But if I say, hey, bro, here's the bag, let's go get the bag, you understand what I'm saying. This is regular vernacular. We do this all the time. You wouldn't question me, wait, but that ain't money, right? You would understand what it's saying, what's being said. Same thing was going on in the upper room. When Jesus says, this is my body, holding bread, you can't see how this is my body, but this is my body. They understood that. If I say, here's your water, you can't see the water in the cup. Let's just say it's a cup, you can't see the water, right? All analogies break down, but you get my point. You can't see the water in the cup, but you know that this cup is the water. Here's your water, bro. You already know that. So that's what's going on there. Same thing when Jesus says, here, this is my blood, or drink of the cup. They already understand through regular vernacular that although they can't see how this is his blood, they know that this cup is his blood. They know that this cup is the wine. Same thing. If I had a bottle of wine and I said, hey, I got some wine, bruh. I'm not saying that that glass itself as a separate entity is now wine. It replaces it from being glass. I'm saying these things joined together, I speak of it as wine. When this glass is holding this wine, I speak of it as one thing, wine. That's regular vernacular. If I wanted to say, this is glass, I'll show you glass. If I want to say, this is wine, maybe I'll pour it on the counter and let you see the wine on the counter. But when those two things come together, you understand if I say, here's a bottle of wine, that I'm not saying that the glass is wine. I'm saying those two units joined together is the wine. That's just regular speech and vernacular. So that was understood in the upper room when Jesus made the statement. There was no cause for further commentary. There was no need to say this is a symbol. They understood what he was saying. So my point in the song Passover Lamb, when I say, how do you go from this literal statement that was well understood in the room to now going to a passage that discusses the great I am statements, I am the door, why are you jumping from a literal passage to a passage that uses some symbolism? Even though, and still, that passage is still pointing to those realities. Jesus is the vine. He is the door. He is the means by which we draw life, right? The vine. He is the door, the way into heaven, the way to Father. He didn't say a door, a vine, some random door, some random vine. He said THE, that definite article. I am the vine, the door. And yes, he used some symbolism, something from creation to point to realities about himself, but he wasn't making an entirely symbolic statement, because those I am statements keep going, right? I am the vine, I am the door, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life, I am that I am, right? Those are all true statements. Those aren't symbolic. In essence, he uses some symbolism to make his point, but you can't make them metaphors. And that's the danger if you're trying to, make that jump from the Lord's Supper to the I am statements, because now you're jumbling verbiage and grammar and language in a way that Jesus himself, the Holy Spirit who inspired the scriptures, never intended, never meant. There was no cause for further commentary in the upper room. It was understood, because that's the way vernacular is used. And we even still do it to this day, as I explained a few seconds ago. So I hope that helps. Let me know. We could talk about it some more, but that's just to kind of get you to thinking and processing this more accurately. Yeah.